Yo, what's going on guys, Manny here and welcome back to Sunday League with Under the Radar FC. If you did watch last week's episode, you would know that we were back to the league and we were back to chasing the title again. However, in doing that, we did drop some points. We were in a good position, 2-0 up, and the last 10 minutes of the game or so, it just fell apart. This week we've come to rectify our mistakes and we will be playing up against Orpington Eagles. Yeah, we actually managed to put 6 goals past them and that was one of UTR's early performances, so hopefully from that we've come a long way. Over to the UTR gang now. Jordan Cooper says he's catching up on the boys, going from strength to strength. Keep it up, boys. Yes, Jordan, we've come a long way, but there is so much more room for improvement. Toby says, unlucky draw from Under the Radar, but they are only 2 points behind first, so we can still win the league. Pick it up next week, lads, and go hard. Support from New Zealand, all the way from New Zealand. Love that. Harry says this is the best series on the platform at Under the Radar FC, at Manny Official, hashtag UTR gang. Love that, Harry. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Jamal's watching UTR on a rainy Sunday night in London. Yes, the weather hasn't really been great lately, but he says, keep up the good work. The only thing I don't rate though is that, what's that little badge next to your name? I don't think I like it. No, thank you so much anyway, keep watching. And then finally we have Mr. Wolf, who says, spot the difference, impossible. A lot of you guys won't know what that is, but that is actually Deidara or Daidara from Naruto. I'm so sorry to keep going back to the anime references, but I know there's a big proportion of you guys that do watch it. But yeah, he says he's watching from the US, loving the Sunday League videos, and he hopes to see me back soon on the pitch, but also he kind of wishes that I keep wearing my jacket like that. Well, keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Mr. Wolf, and keep watching. Guys, keep sending in your messages. I do see them. I like, retweet, and sometimes even reply to them, as many as I can anyway. But yeah, keep sending in your support. It's much appreciated. Time for the lineup. We've got some new signings to show you today, and the first one is going to be Cammy. Now, many of you may already know Cammy. He's been a goalkeeper in the F2 videos in the past before. I'm not quite sure if he's still involved on that side, but he has been signed for UTR as backup in the goalkeeping department. At right back, and we're going to go with Bradley to start with. Centre back pairing this week is going to be Jamie and Sam. At left back to begin with is Jamil. Gone with a 4-4-2 this week, so firstly on the right hand side of midfield is going to be Jed. We've got another new signing who's Mike's. He's going to be playing in centre midfield today. To the left of him is going to be Tolu, and then at left mid we're going to have Lamray. Up front today is going to be Toby and Thomas. On the bench we have Lewis, Luke, Carell and Kane. Alright, so today we're on the Astro. It's a very windy day, I must say. Like, look at that. That just shows it all. The ball is blowing away from the number 10. But we're going to kick off anyway. It's Orpington Eagles up against Under the Radar FC. And you can see the conditions are going to be very hard to play in today. This should pretty much give you your first example as what it's going to look like for most of the game as they play it back to their goalkeeper. He's going to kick it up the pitch. And look how much that's held up there as Jamil wins the header and the ball has set Lamray down on the left-hand side. This time the number 3 comes across and recovers quite well. So then Jamil's going to go across to take that throw, and the throwing technique has definitely improved, but it's just going to go straight through to Orpington Eagles and they'll clear it up the pitch. As you can tell though, there's not going to be a lot of football play today. Like, it's clear the ball's going to be in the air for a lot of it and it's going to be blowing all around the pitch, as this time Tolu's come across and he's been fouled by the number 14. So it's going to be Mike's to try and take this on his left foot. Number 15 for us steps up as he's gone to take it. The wind's blown it. Keeper's fumbled it for a moment. Jed comes across, but the keeper's gotten it in the end. Almost 10 minutes have been played as Orpington Eagles try a pass from just inside their half. It's been cut out by Bradley and he set Jed down the right, but you can see the ball is being taken by the wind there. Jed tries to keep it in and the goalkeeper comes across and he's then fouled by Thomas. As you can pretty much see, the wind was even affecting the camera, because obviously where it's quite high, it's going to be easy to be blown by the wind, and yeah, it did affect it, as this time Thomas has been played through. Takes a bit too long there, and they're able to make a recovery tackle. What we did really miss last week in the midfield was TOLU's presence, as this time he picks up the ball and gets his body in front. He's fouled by the number 14, who doesn't seem to agree with the referee's decision. I mean, when it goes like this, rugby or football, what is it? Toby's holding the ball for Mike, so I'm not even sure that's allowed, as his free kick goes all the way through and out for a goal kick. It's come back into our half. It's controlled by Bradley, and then he's just let it on to TOLU, who's got a few players surrounding him. He's gone past the 1 or 2, got a bit lucky there as well. Plays a reverse pass looking for Thomas. This guy, the number 4, comes sliding across, and it doesn't really settle for Thomas. We haven't really given them a sniff so far, and we chose the right side as well with the wind, as this time Cammy does well to deal with this and make sure it doesn't go in. Cammy then goes to take that kick, and it's an awkward one. It's up the pitch. It's bounced under Thomas, gone through, and somehow landed at Toby's feet, as this time he goes for a shot. It's blocked by the number 4. It'll go out wide to Jed. He does well to keep it away from that guy. He's gone tumbling to the ground as well. He's holding it up against the number 4 there. He's clipping at his heels. It goes to Mike's. Mike's goes for one and tries to bend it inside of the post, and it'll go wide this time. With the lack of football, it seems like we've seen also a lack of chances, as this guy's turned quite nicely there, but Bradley's having none of it. He's not an easy guy to beat, and he's showing that there, as this time he's retrieved possession for us and played it into Mike's, who then sets it onto Jed. Jed skips past the number 4. Jed going towards the box now, plays it onto Toby. Toby involves Lamray on the left-hand side. He tries to kite back towards Toby. It's come back to Lamray. He goes for a shot. It's blocked by the number 7. Toby then keeps it alive. This move for UTR is still pretty much going, as Jamil plays it into Lamray. Lamray's been clipped there by the number 3, so it's a free kick. Lamray then standing over it, one of the few people to have scored a free kick for us this season, and this time he's not far off at all. It is actually a very, very decent attempt, and it's not far from going in. Still 0-0 in this windy encounter then, as Jed wins the ball for us off the 14. TOLU goes for a shot. He's gone to try and bend it inside of the post as well. It's wide. I'm not gonna lie, look, it was mad. Like, some people were even talking of the game being abandoned, as the number 9 does well to turn there. Goes for a shot. The wind's carried it, but over the bar. Still trying to find a way to break the deadlock, and it doesn't look like it's going to be done playing football today, as this time it's just one ball over the top towards Thomas. He's trying to get it under control. Eventually does, and then he smashes it near post past the goalkeeper, in off the post. And like I said, it doesn't look like it's going to be done playing football, but that's literally one ball. They were calling for offside, and from what I know anyway, you can't be offside from a goal kick. So that's going to be a goal for us, an assist for Cammy on his debut, and it pretty much came out of nothing. Right then, 1-0 up, and that should calm any nerves that we have, as this time it's thrown into the box. Thomas challenging there. It's gone to Lamray. Lamray's gone for a shot, and it's hit off the bar with the outside of the boot. Unlucky there, so close to scoring as well. Orpington Eagles trying to break out of their half with the number 7 this time. 14's giving it away, and it looks like they're starting to show a few signs of struggling, as Lamray has the ball on the left, goes for a shot. Not the greatest attempt, and the goalkeeper will pick it up. Bradley's going to pick up this ball on the right, and he's going to play it into Jed's feet here, then gets the ball back from Jed. It's played into the middle to TOLU. Lovely little turn there, but number 10's chasing him, and he's not really been given a shout of man on, really, as the 7 comes across and beats Jamil to the ball, but it's going to be Jamie's ball to win all day up against that number 10, and it's come down to Toby. We might be able to start a UTR attack here, as Lamray has picked up the ball. He's used Toby as a decoy, cuts inside, tries to go in there, but he's run into bodies there and lost possession. But we've got it back with Jamie, and it'll go out wide to Toby this time. Toby then holds it up and back heels it for Jamil. 14 goes in there. Jamil's gone to the ground, but he's going to continue playing. We've got Lamray on the ground, injured at the moment. They've tried to cut it out. We're still playing on. It goes to Thomas, hits off the 2, and it goes back to Thomas, who makes it 2. It's 2-0 to UTR. A goal out of nothing, really. And yeah, a bit of fortune, but we've doubled our lead at least. Also, Lamray, who was injured in the build up to that move, able to get back to his feet. That's good news. So then it looks like we might have broken their will. They're still in the game, of course. It's 2-0. They can come back, but we're trying to get more goals, as this time number 4 has dealt with the win just about, but he's been chopped inside of by TOLU, and it's a free kick for us. This one does look like it might favour a left footer, as Mike steps up to take it, but it's hit off the 16 and it'll be behind for a corner. Toby goes across to take this corner. It's in swinging, but the wind's carried it and into the wrong goal. As the game has gone on, it's clear that our confidence has improved, as Jed does nicely to lift that away from that man and then play it into Mike, who then lays it onto TOLU. Up against number 5, shrugs him to the ground. TOLU goes for a shot. It's cannoned off the bar. It'll be there for Jed to surely head home, and he does so. It's 3-0, and it's a goal that is pretty nicely worked as well. Pretty nice. If TOLU scored it, it would have been better, but you know, we're going to take the goal anyway. Cannoned off the bar. No, it didn't go in at the first time, but Jed puts it away, and there were suspicions of offside in that goal, but you know us, we're going to take it. So we have made it free, and we find ourselves back inside their half. This time it's Thomas in possession. He's played it onto Mike's. Mike's opens his body up, goes goes for a shot. Keeper's tipped onto the bar and it'll go behind for a corner. But look at this from Mike's. A very, very decent attempt. Opened his body up well and the keeper's done well to tip it onto the crossbar. Right then, so we have an opportunity for a corner. Jed and Lamre go across to take it quickly. Lamre then plays it back into Jed. Jed going towards the box, tries to kite back. It's another corner. Lamre's gone to help Jed take this corner. He's holding the ball. I'm pretty sure it's still not allowed, but you know, the conditions haven't given us any other choices. The corner goes in there. Sam can't get his head on it. We're pretty much at half time as we have a free kick just inside their half. TOLU takes it quickly to Mike's. Little shimmy beats the number 10. He cuts across. Looks like he's overrun it, but it's going to go all the way through his pass and out for a goal kick. That actually was the last action of the first half. So we are 3-0 up. Haven't played amazing or anything, but we've scored the goals, which is what matters in this case. Unfortunately, this week, the wind was so bad that you couldn't even hear anything on the halftime team talk, so that's out the window. Instead, this week, we're going to show you some of the best moments from UTR so far.
Come on, man.
Happy birthday to you. Shout out them man that are coming late though.
Wait. Wait, don't say loud. Come in the middle. Wait. Why were you late? I don't have a reason. Why were you late? Wait. Basically, you man start flicking his bruv. Hey, come here, bruv. This one as well. Hey, man. Come on, boys. Let's try it. Hey. She's in love with who I am. Like in high school, I used to bust it to the band. I ain't got that beat on the numbers in my hand. I didn't have to say it, baby. I was there. I was out like a light. Like a light. Like a light. Look through the light. Look for the night. 767, yeah, that shit up there. Who made it? Oh. On the block. Cut the right. Cut the lights. Pay the price.
Listen, I was about to score. I'd have taken the penalty as well, but yeah. Hey, boys! Hey, Jamil. Boys, honestly, let's rate jams. 2 seconds on the.
They said the league done us dirty. Me and New York, cause we're certain. No, we ain't won 10 games, but we might win 30.
Wait, why are we singing that? Who started that?
Ankle breaker, come on, get with it.
Make sure you go and follow all the Under the Radar social pages to keep up with us. And also, as you're watching Sunday League right now, tweet me a picture of where you're watching it from, what you're watching it on, and use the hashtag UTRGang. Anyway, let's get back into the second half. Thomas to kick us off, and he's laid it back to Mike's. Mike's then overruns it a little bit, and it looks like Orpington Eagles might have an opportunity to break forward. They've gone for a shot from distance, and that's not going to trouble Cammy. Can we then pick up from where we left off? You know, a bit like the Football Manager shout for those of you who play that. As this time the ball's come to Jed, who's laid it back to Mike's. Mike's then plays a reverse pass through, looking for Toby. He's got the pace to get there, gets there. Keeper's tipped it off the crossbar. Threeser swiped at it, and Thomas, pretty much the easiest hat-trick he's going to score. 3 goals for him. 4-0 up, and some nice build-up play from UTR in the first place. $4-0 up, and I wouldn't even say we are at 40% right now. Like, I wouldn't say that, as this time Lamre and Thomas have tried to combine. Thomas will keep the move alive by playing out wide to Toby, who's got the run from Lamre. Lamre then backhills it back, looking for Toby. He's into the box. Number 14's come across. It'll drop to Thomas, and surely Thomas is going to make it 5-0, his 4th of the game, and he is just scoring. He can't stop scoring right now, and pretty much the easiest goals that he's going to get just by picking off, gambling, just waiting for something to happen, and then picking his goals. That's what the best strikers do. Right then, 5. Can we get any more? As TOLU comes across with a great show of strength, he picks up the ball and then tries to play it infield. It'll run to Thomas, who then tries to play it to Lamre. It's a good pass, but the wind's held it up and given the 3 a chance to retrieve possession, which he does so as he plays it back to the goalkeeper. Look at the press. Look at the press there to put him under pressure and win the ball back. Anyway, a few moments later, and they look like they're trying to start a counter-attack. Toby shoved that guy to the ground, so he's going to get a free kick. Orpington Eagles then with an opportunity to test our defence and our goalkeeper, and they have done so, and they've done so unchallenged. I don't know, from what I understand anyway, Cammy had called for this one, didn't really come out and claim it, and the number 10 just had a free header there. Mike's on the left now, and he's going to throw it, looking for Jed. It's bounced over the head of the number 4. Jed tries to keep it in play and he'll win us a corner. That corner is then going to be taken by Toby in swinging. It goes towards Sam. It's a free header, but he's not gotten the connection he needs on it. We've made quite a few changes, and we've changed from a 4-4-2 to a 4-4-3. We've now got Kane on the pitch, and here he is on the ball. What can he do? He plays it into Jamil. Jamil then gets it back into Mike's. It looks like it might become a bit congested, but Jamil's created some more space, and then he spreads the play nicely past the number 11. It will be picked up by Jed on the far side. Jed's pass is behind Bradley though, and that move breaks down. We're then going to make a change. We're going to take Toby off. We're going to push Bradley up the pitch, and we're going to put Lewis at right back, which he's clearly not happy with, but it happens in football. Play continues anyway, and these guys are trying to clear their line as Jamil comes across and makes a good block. It'll be headed away by an Orpington Eagles defender. Mike's does well to keep it alive though, and he's flicked it over towards Jamil or Lamray. There's a lot of bodies in that area. It's very congested, and when it's congested, it's going to break down like that, and they're going to win the goal kick as well. They weren't too smart in possession, and they've given it away once more as Mike's picks it up. Perfect pass, perfect movement from Lam bearing down on goal, goes to take a shot, and he can't find the net. It's the save from the keeper. It's then thrown in by Lamray to Jed. Jed then gets it back to Lamray. This guy comes across to try and stop him, and he's been skipped past so easily. Lamray's got a couple bodies in front of him again, and this time it will be a goal kick. There were points like this in the game where everything just became very scrappy, and you can see the ball's just flying around. No one's really in control of it. It looks like Orpington Eagles are going to pick it up though. Carell's been caught on the wrong side, and he's given away a free kick just on the edge of the box. The amount of commotion in the wall before this free kick was taken, I'm pretty sure it took 2 or 3 minutes. As they went up to take it, that guy was looking for his second of the game, but they blocked it themselves. They just want to throw in there, and they're trying to catch us off guard. It's thrown into the box, but straight through to Cammy. He then holds on to it for a little while in an attempt to slow the game down, which I feel like we did need just to calm things down, obviously with the weather. But it's been played out to Lewis. Lewis has played it back to Cammy, and it looks like it might be an own goal there, but he's done really well to recover. It'll come out to the number 10 who goes for a shot, and he could have played it to the 13. That could have been a second goal for Orpington Eagles, but so lucky to get away with this. Fair play from Cammy. Well done to recover in the end, and the number 10 there should have made the right decision and gone for the pass. They go across to take this. It's going to be in swinging, but once again the wind's just going to carry it. Number 7 goes across to take a throw for Orpington Eagles, and it's going to be Sam to win the ball there. First to it with his head, as we've allowed it to bounce in our box for some reason. It's dropped down to the number 10, and he's going to find his second goal of the game. It's a goal out of nothing. Again, poor defending from us. We haven't really communicated there. No one took charge in the box, and they've found a way to make it 2-0. We've allowed it to bounce, and it's a good finish in the end. It's caught the keeper unawares and caught our defence unawares. So then it's 5-2, game on. Is there a comeback from Orpington Eagles? They haven't got a lot of time to do it, but it's not impossible as the 11 tries to slot pass through there for the number 7. He goes for a shot, and Cammy's done well to keep it out. I know that we did make a fair few changes. We brought on Lewis, we brought on Kane, we brought on Carell because Jamie had to go as well, and we moved Bradley and Mike's out to the wing, and this time it's going to be Mike's picking up the ball on the far side from Jed. He goes for a shot this time. It's blocked by the number 4. It will come back to Mike's. The wind is playing its part, absolutely blowing the camera, so it's probably blurring your eyes right now. He tries to play one into Jed, and the keeper will just get that. It has definitely been an interesting debut for Cammy. He's had an assist, he's made a mistake, and there is another one unfortunately for him as Luke's been fouled, and it looks like we might break away with the ball as Lewis is giving it away unfortunately. TOLU tries to put a tackle in there. Lewis comes across to try and win it back. Number 8's flicked around the corner, goes to Orpington Eagles, number 13, and his shot is easy for Cammy. At this point, and we probably need to slow things down, but we're not going to. We're breaking down this right side with TOLU, who plays it into Kane. Kane then gets the ball up against number 16, tries to cut back in the box, and we've given the ball away. The ball's on the far side now with Lewis, who brings it over the halfway line, tries to play a pass into Mike's. It then goes off of Mike's into Kane, unintentional I think, as Kane's lost it for a moment, but Jed's kept it alive. Kane then spreads it out wide for Bradley. What can he do? Number 11's done some great tracking there, and the keeper will just pick it up. The game is pretty much done this time as the number 2 plays this one back towards his goalkeeper. What can he do? He's let it run. The wind's taking it as well. That's a dangerous position to be in. Kane's going to put him under pressure, get his body in front, and he's blatantly fouled. So then from that free kick, can we make anything happen? Jed goes to play this short into the box. Bradley scuffed it. It goes back to Sam. Mike's with a nice turn there, tries to keep it alive with some footwork, and then he's penalised for a foul on the number 2. Here are some of the stuff that you may not see as Mike's plays it into Kane. Look on the corner of your screen though. Jed being tripped by the number 4 for no reason at all as they've picked up the ball. Number 8 goes for a shot. It's a tame one though. It's wide of the target, and that is the last action of this game. So we've won this one 5-2. We haven't won it in the nicest of ways, but we've won the game, and it's another 3 points, the most important thing. So yeah, from here, all we want to do is push on, and we keep getting those results. We need those results, especially as that draw last week did set us back. What's the league looking like now then? We were looking at Bayswater the whole time, but quietly behind the scenes, it seems like Long Lane have been doing their bits. They're on 30 points out of 12 games. They're now top of the table with a game in hand on us. We are 2 points behind and we've played 1 game more. Bayswater have 2 games in hand on us and they're only a point behind. And also Spring Hill have a game in hand on us and they are a point behind. But in our case, remember that we did have that game that was taken away from us and we did lose 3 points there. And we won the friendly game that we played in the end, 11-0. But yeah, still a lot of chasing to do. We're not quite out of the title race, but we're gonna have to work very, very hard. A few statistics for you guys as well. Thomas is leading the goal scoring charts for UTR with 27 goals in all competitions. Second is Jed with 12 goals. Not a bad return for a winger who's also played right back numerous times this season. And third, we have Lamre on 5 goals, and he's missed quite a few games too. On assists, and we have Toby topping the charts with 11. We then have Jed with 7 assists and myself with 6 to my name. And it's mad because those stats could be much better if we could finish. But yeah guys, that is it for this week's Sunday League. Make sure to try and hit that like button. Let's try and push for 10,000 likes again. Subscribe if you are new around here and keep tuning in every Sunday. Apart from that, appreciate all the support and I'll catch you guys in a bit.
Stay with me until the night. Take time. I take time when I make mine. I keep it real, I never fake mine. On the camera in the meantime, kinda quiet when it's me time. I breathe thighs in my free time. Subscribe then you rewind. That's how we do it when we